Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in my kitchen, as you can see behind me, and I thought it would be fun to share the steps we took whenever we first moved into this house to create our dream kitchen. We DIY'd these projects ourselves and really created a kitchen that we loved, that is so our style. We love that modern farmhouse feel, and when we first bought this house, everything was taupe. It was kind of yellow. It was very dark and brown and just not what we were envisioning, but we had a plan to tweak a few things, change up the colors, and we knew that we could turn it into a space that we loved. So I want to share what we did with you guys because they aren't super crazy things. They're just little tweaks that we did to create a more updated look. So hopefully it will inspire you guys if you are wanting to transform your kitchen as well. I'm going to be inserting a lot of before and after pictures because all of these projects were done over time. It definitely wasn't a weekend deal. It took lots of time and we just did it whenever our budget allowed for it and just did it gradually when we had the time. So I'm going to go in order from what we started with first when we first bought the house to our last project and like finishing touches that really make a big difference. So first I'll go ahead and show you a before picture of what our kitchen looked like. It was very basic, like I said, very brown and dark, but it wasn't awful by any means. I loved the granite countertops. I was very happy that they were like a grayish neutral color and not tan. I was very thankful for that. So I knew that that was something we wouldn't necessarily replace because that is so expensive. That is definitely a high ticket item, replacing countertops, and that is something we did not want to do. So the countertops that we had, we really loved. They were durable, very sturdy, and we still love them. So that was good. But one thing we did want to change was the kitchen cabinet color. The brown was pretty, but it just wasn't our style. We definitely wanted a bright and white kitchen. That's just what we like. So we decided to paint all of the cabinets. We took down the door fronts of all the cabinets, sanded everything down, and then painted them with the bare trim and cabinet paint in white. It was just a standard color out of the can. We liked that color. It was very just neutral. It didn't pull any pinks or blues or purples. So we were happy with it. We went ahead and painted it. We did get a brush that was specifically for cabinets, but after doing it yourself and seeing how it looks, it still gave a paint stroke effect. So if we had to do it over again, I think we would probably buy a spray gun and spray the cabinets because it would take way less time and I think it would give a smoother finish. So that is one thing that we would probably do differently. You live and you learn throughout each DIY project, but they still turned out really great and we are very happy with them. We also had all the intentions in the world to seal our cabinets and we never got around to it. So our cabinets actually aren't sealed and that is something that we still need to do. We have a few chips and stuff here and there, but nothing crazy. And they've honestly been pretty easy to keep clean. I was worried about that. I didn't know how it would be with having a little one in the house. It just, things get messy really quick, especially if they are white, but they haven't been bad. So overall, I'm really happy that we painted our cabinets white. It definitely brightened up the kitchen so much. Such a big difference. I think that was the biggest change in the kitchen. Everything else was just minor, but painting the cabinets white really changed the whole look. All right, I'm taking a quick minute to tell you guys about today's sponsor, which is Thrive Market. And I am so excited to partner with Thrive Market because I've actually been using them for a few months now and I have been loving their service. So Thrive Market is an online membership-based market that makes healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. They work directly with organic brands, so there's no retail markup on any of Thrive Market's products. On average, members save $32 on their order. Every time I place an order, I can see the savings. So I wanted to show you guys some things that I ordered. You guys know I have tons of allergy restrictions. That's why I originally got on Thrive Market and signed up. I actually signed up a couple months ago before I decided to partner with them because I wanted to try out their service. I would go to the grocery store and wasn't able to find a lot of the brands that I had seen online. So I checked out Thrive Market and they have tons and tons of brands that are allergy friendly, keto friendly, paleo friendly, any kind of diet you can think of. They have food that meets those needs. So there are some staple items in here that I can only get from Thrive Market. I can't get them at the grocery store. That is why I love Thrive Market, because I can order them and get them shipped right to my house. I always have these chops in my order. These are the sea salt beef sticks. This is the only type of beef jerky that I have found to not have spices. Since I'm allergic to black pepper, this is the only one I'm able to have, so I always make sure to get these. They're great for on the go. I can just pull them out. They have no sugar. Amazing product. I love the brand chomps also. They just have great quality beef sticks, turkey sticks, chicken sticks. They have all kinds of things. Another must-have that I always pick up in my order are these plantain chips. These are Thrive Market's exclusive brand. They're non-GMO. These ones are the sea salt flavor. They are so good. I could literally eat this whole bag. I also grabbed some Lara bars for Brooks. These are the chocolate chip cookie bakes. They have just 8 ingredients in here. So these are great for him for breakfast or a snack. I also grabbed Brooks some allergy care medicine. This is from a brand called Genexa. I've never heard of this or seen it in stores. There's no allergens, dyes, or parabens. So this will come in handy for allergy season since we are in the midst of it. I also grabbed some Thrive Market avocado oil potato chips. These are the sea salt and vinegar. I also got the Himalayan pink salt. This brand here, Enjoy Life, is a brand that I love. They have great chocolate and it's all very allergy friendly. I can usually find the chocolate chips in store, but on Thrive Market, they have all sorts of different products from these brands. So I found these protein bites in the dark raspberry flavor from the Enjoy Life brand, and they are so good. So this is a great snack that I can have. I grabbed some protein powder. This is the Thrive Market organic plant protein and vanilla. It's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and that's just a few things that I got in my box, but I wanted to show you guys those because those are my must-have. But I'm always trying out new things, and there's so many products on the website. They also have clean beauty products and non-toxic cleaning products, so it's really a one-stop shop to get all of your household needs. And like I said, you can set a filter to whatever your diet or lifestyle needs are, whether that's keto, paleo, whatever it may be, and it will show you all the foods that fit into that category. I love that I can order from the app on my phone. It makes it super convenient and saves a lot of time without having to go to the grocery store. And there's also an option to sign up for auto shipment. That way you don't run out of any products that you want to have, like the plantain chips or maybe an allergy medicine, whatever it may be. You can set those up on the app. And every order over $49 gets free shipping, and it's delivered in carbon neutral shipping from their zero waste warehouses. Plus, through Thrive Gives, their 1-for-1 membership program. For every paid membership, Thrive Market gives a membership back to a low-income family. So take a shopping quiz before you sign up for your membership and set your dietary needs, and it will give you a personalized shopping list and product recommendations. So I'll have a link down below in my description box if you want to give Thrive Market a try. They have 2 different membership options. They have a 1 month for $9.95, or you can do a 12-month option, which is what I did. That is $59.95, and it makes it just $5 a month. So join Thrive Market today and get 25% off your first order plus a free gift. When I signed up for Thrive Market a few months ago, I went ahead and did the yearly membership because it did save some money, and it's 30 days risk-free. So if I ended up not liking it, I could get a full refund. But I love it. I've ordered so many times already, and I am just loving Thrive Market. So thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Let's go ahead and get back into the kitchen updates. The next thing that we did after we moved in, after we painted the cabinets, was change out the hardware. This is an inexpensive way to give your cabinets an updated and fresh look. When we updated our hardware, we actually went with nickel, and I love that. It was just very neutral. It kind of matched our stainless steel appliances, but over time I kind of regretted that decision and wanted them to be black. So instead of going and buying all new hardware, I just took off the hardware that we had and spray painted it a matte black. I would say it probably needs touched up once a year or so just to have it nice and fresh, and ours really need touched up right now. But if you don't want to replace your hardware and you want to change the color, you can always just spray paint it. But this will give your cabinets a much fresher look. You can go with whatever style you would like. There's just a lot of different ways you can go with it. So I love the black hardware now. I feel like it definitely gives that modern farmhouse feel. Another thing that bothered me in the kitchen was the refrigerator was at the end of the cabinets and it just kind of stopped. There wasn't anything that finished it off. You just seen one entire side of the fridge and it just looked kind of unfinished. So Taylor built a little wall out of shiplap and he kind of just built a custom casing to go around the refrigerator. That way it looked like it was still a part of the kitchen and it was finished off. So that is another thing that we added. Just look at your kitchen and see if anything seems out of place. See if you could enhance anything, whether it's building a simple wall or structure that will kind of give it a more finished and polished look. There was nothing wrong with the refrigerator sticking out and just showing on the side, but I do like it a lot more with it closed in. The next project that we tackled in the kitchen was backsplash, and I was actually really excited that there wasn't any backsplash when we bought the house because you never know what you're gonna get and it's so hard to remove once it's up. So we picked out some subway tile backsplash. It's just 3x6 and it's just simple lines. It's a standard white color and my dad laid that for us. He's a little bit more familiar with tile and cutting it. I know he had to borrow a wet saw from one of his friends to cut the tiles with. He put the grout up and stuck the tiles to it. He used little spacers and he just went to town installing it. So overall, it was super inexpensive because we didn't have to pay for labor. So the materials altogether were just a little over $100 to do our entire kitchen, which was so unexpected. I really thought it was gonna be at least a couple $100s to do the backsplash doing it ourselves, but it saved so much money with having my dad do it. He's laid tile before and knew what he was doing, so that was such a blessing. We did get all of the tile from Menards and a box of tile was around $15. I don't remember how many boxes we used, but it really wasn't that much. And then I also went with a dark gray grout color. You can choose whatever color of grout you want. You can do white, gray, black. There's all kinds of different colors. So once the cabinets were white and the backsplash was up, I loved the kitchen and I wanted to give it an even more farmhouse feel. So we decided to hang some shiplap up and we put this directly over our sheetrock. We started out with our bar area and we actually went to Menards and got some pre-made shiplap and it had a little bit of texture to it. We ended up painting it the same color as our cabinets, so it was just that trim and cabinet white. That way it all just matched and was very cohesive. So we started out by putting that shiplap up on each side of our bar, and then later we decided to add more shiplap to the walls in the kitchen. For that, we didn't want as much texture, so we ended up getting some plywood. We used 3/8 of an inch plywood. We cut it down and hung it up with a nail gun, and then we just painted it that same cabinet white. And we did that pretty much throughout our entire kitchen, and we just hung a little piece of border to end it because the rest of our house is sheetrock. So we kind of needed an ending point. So all of the kitchen is shiplapped and it just stops at the edges. And I just loved it. It really gave me the bug to put more shiplap out. I love shiplap. I love that farmhouse feel and I feel like it's timeless. I know a lot of people are saying that shiplap is going out, but I just think it's so pretty. It adds some character and definition to the walls without having to add decor. So I am just such a fan of it and I still love it in our kitchen. So after that was done, we decided to take out some cabinets that were on one wall in the kitchen to brighten it up, open up the room, and we decided to hang some floating shelves. So we extended the shiplap over on that wall. We added the subway tile underneath where the first shelf was going to go, and we hung the shelves up. So Taylor welded a bracket together that would stick out kind of like prongs on the wall, and that That way he could slide the shelf into the prongs and that would hold the shelves up. So he got a 2x10 cedar tone board, cut it in half, and that is what we used for the 2 shelves. We didn't sand it, we didn't stain it. This is just what the wood looked like, and I liked that raw look. So that is what we used for the shelves, and they've held up great. I love decorating this area. It's so much fun, and I don't miss the cabinet space. So many people have asked, do you miss your cabinet space? And honestly, I don't. We actually still have some cabinets that aren't jam-packed full. I try to declutter our kitchen pretty often. That way we don't have an overflow of things in it. If you guys want to check out those videos, I'll link them down below. They're some of my favorite videos to watch back and see the transformation on. Another way to update your kitchen is to change out the faucet. If it's outdated or if it's just not working great, change out the faucet. It'll probably cost a couple $100s, if that, depending on which one you get, but it can make such a difference. I like the kind that you can take out and kind of get around your sink. You can also change up the settings of the water flow. I just really love this one that we found from Menards. It was great, and we always make sure to go when there's an 11% rebate going on. That way you get a little bit of money back. We do get a lot of our stuff from Menards in general because it's close to our house, so it works out. Another simple fix is to change out the lighting. So if you have any light fixtures that are outdated, switch those out. Again, these are typically under $100. Really simple fix, and that will change out the look of the room. We only have one pendant light over our bar area, and it was kind of like a stainless steel, just kind of builder grade looking light, and we switched it out for a more industrial looking one. That way it gives off a lot of light when it's on. We also switched out all of our can lights to daylight bulbs, and this made all the difference in the world because our kitchen was so dark. It's pretty much just can lights in here, and with warm lights it just put off a yellow pink tint. So getting those daylight bulbs really helps with giving the kitchen a brighter feel. It also really helps me for filming because you don't want yellow lights. It's just bad lighting. So switching out the light bulbs is another easy way to instantly make your house look more well lit and updated. We also added some hooks to our kitchen. These are for functional reasons, but also decorative. It's just kind of fun to do. So we have a rack that has hooks on it. This was from Amazon. It was like $13. I'll link it down below. But this is so fun to hang either hot pads on or measuring spoons or cups. It's just a way to free up some drawer space. And then we also have some hooks on the other side. I have one where I hang my apron on, and I just like having it out and seen. It's very functional. And then the other ones I like to just keep cutting boards on, or dish towels that I'm letting dry, or just really anything. I have a wreath on there now and a basket I can fill up for the different seasons. So adding hooks is a great way to add some functionality to your kitchen. We also added some under cabinet lighting to our kitchen, and this made all the difference in the world. I can see so much better when I'm cooking at night whenever I have the light directly under the cabinets, and they come on whenever you just touch a button underneath the cabinet. You don't even have to touch it. You just kind of like wave your hand in front of it and it'll stay on for so long and then turn off. But we use these every single night, like I said, when I'm cooking dinner. Just super functional, and it definitely gives your kitchen a more finished look. I also added a stove cover to the top of our stove. That way, whenever I'm not using it, you don't see just a black cooktop. You see a more finished piece. I ended up getting a white board. I think it's called a dough board, but I picked it up at a craft fair years and years ago, and the hardware matched to what we have in our kitchen now with the matte black handles, and I just love it. It gives that shiplap feel. If I can find any on Etsy or anywhere, I will link them down below, but I just love it. It would also be a very simple DIY if you can't find one. And the last thing that I did was paint my pantry door. Like you can see behind me, I used Fusion Mineral Paint in the shade Putty, and I love the color that it gives. The kitchen was so white once we were all done that I wanted the door to just pop, and I originally wanted an antique wood door and I just could never find one in the right size. I didn't want to cut down the wall or cut down a door, so painting our existing pantry door was what I ended up going with, and we also switched out the hardware on that, so it now has a black handle instead of the stainless steel. So that is everything that we did to transform our kitchen. It was definitely our biggest transformation of a room we have ever DIY'd. So hopefully this gives you lots of ideas if you are wanting to make some changes to your kitchen. Let me know down below in the comments what you want to do, whether that's taking down cabinets and putting up floating shelves, or maybe tackling painting your cabinets. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram at kailyn_cash, and if you make any changes to your kitchen, let me know by tagging me over on Instagram. I would love to see what you guys are up to in your homes. And also don't forget to check out Thrive Market. I will have that link down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more home inspiration, homemaking content. I would love to have you guys stick around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.